Hello there everyone, this is iMark3 and welcome back to a bit more No Man's Sky as we continue our little push along the main storyline, because there's still features that kind of want to get unlocked sooner rather than later. I have done a quick mining trip out with my fighter previously to rebuild my supply of ferrite for the most part, but I got a few bits and pieces along the way. I might upgrade the Franken ship a little bit more later, but not right now. But in terms of that, this is the inaugural flight of my flying little heap of spare hearts. So, we have ourselves an anomalous site to investigate, and quite simply, we just need to go there. It seems to be, well, it indicated it was the wrecked freighter. If not, well, I'm going to fly the same flight path I did in the last episode, just to make sure that I actually get to it. Let's see, I think I want to utilities, external view. Okay. And we are off and out. Hey. I'm not sure which view I prefer, but right now my Corvette is small, so it's probably fine to have it like this, even though it looks kind of odd with the engines entirely lopsided. I probably will swap that out sooner rather than later. But anyway, we want to go back. Let's check my log, switch over back to Awakenings, thank you. But I want to actually go to the base. I said the base, please. Yeah, unfortunately the objective was overriding that a little bit. There we go. Right. So, welcome back. There was a bug noted in recent parts where you couldn't actually move basic technology parts around. And that seems to have been fixed now. So now we can rearrange our basic components like the drives and guns and stuff, which we couldn't before. I just mentioned that because that is something that was going on and we weren't sure, but we thought it was a bug. It is. They have patched since my last episode and fixed it, or at least when I recorded last episode. But I'm also parking here to demonstrate one of the abilities of the Corvette. As I accidentally land. I don't even know where I'm landing. Whoops. Oh well. I hit E when that's not what I wanted. Also, hopefully they're fixing this animation so we can actually get out the chair, but the chair is kind of bulky. We just clip through it basically. So, let's step outside at the base. I want to double check here because I have a suspicion going on. Yeah, defueled and empty. It seems like the small refineries aren't keeping inventory space. But that said, we do have some points we could spend here, but I am saving because we also have, as I step outside into the wind, oh, I keep forgetting how loud that is. Right. I've got some portable refineries, but it seems like ones on board the ship also have the same issue, so it's like only portable refine when I'm there. Nav data, got some extra stuff. I have 38 salvage data for base technology upgrades and things like that. And I also picked up a extra shield upgrade module in the form of 11% shield strength, which I fitted to the Franken ship just because, you know, might as well. It's what I'm using. Also has some spare launch fuel on me, which is just as well, considering I just accidentally landed. So this is about to do that. But this one does have reduced launch cost as well. So, that's all okay. Also, look at how the ship deals with this kind of thing. Yeah, I do like some of the details they've done on this stuff. Just like very old school ship, like spraying down the area either with a thermal exchange or something like that. Actually, does the heat vent on top do that as well? Okay, I guess that is not a heat vent. I don't know what that is. Also worth noting, as you can see, local gravity is in effect, so if I'm actually moving around on the Corvette, my gravity points shift slightly, as you can see, to keep it all level. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the launch, because I didn't mean to land here. That's okay, that's one of the things I'm hoping to fix in this particular episode. Now, we want to go this way. In terms of speed and upgrades and stuff, this is comparable to the fighter, it's just it is a bit more bulky. But we're heading this way because this is where we saw a freighter wreck in this general direction. There it is. Now it does want us to actually try and pinpoint here. I will fly down closer to the ground, and then X and leave pilot seat, because there's another little feature on these things, which is every landing bit also has a teleporter built in. I could just step out and skydive down there, but nope. If a corvette is hovering low, we get to teleport down, and we can teleport back up to it as well, so we don't actually have to land if we've got a corvette, which is all the way up there at the moment. That's okay. Let's see, target aligned, it is, yeah, it's pointing towards that wreck, actually. I was just looking around to see if there's anything interesting nearby, but nah, not especially. Okay. Just hop back. As far as I'm aware, that doesn't actually cost anything in terms of materials, but we can go ahead and keep on moving. Freighter wreck. Freighter wreck. I hope this is the thing I'm thinking it might be, which is, I'm hoping this is the actual interstellar option here. Store point done. Thank you. Hop on out. Error destination blocked. Really? Oh, okay. Apparently I'm parked over something where I can't teleport down to. Why am I parked above? Nothing as far as I can tell. Alright, let's just move over here a little bit. Okay, fine. You win. I am going to just throw myself out the airlock. Actually, I should, if I'm going to do that, I should just transfer this nav data across real quick. Because I believe a freighter wreck always comes with a beacon to pick up, to summon a craft down, so there it is. But apparently the entire thing is... Oh no, I can't teleport down, but I can teleport back up. Thank you, game. Very consistent, that. Yes. Okay, so we've found ourselves a little freighter wreck here. Worth noting there's some containers inside. It's a little bit hazardous sometimes, but that's just like radiation, because it's a massive ship that's come down. That rear section did really make me think it was like an Imperial designed ship, but no, our objective is actually to... Oh, MS Wings of the Anomaly Freighter Terminal. Sure. Log damaged. Partial records available. Signals led me to a wreckage of freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nodding, but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten ruin? Maybe. Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's logs blinking, awaiting input. Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers, followed by a short message. The anomaly comes from the stars. Take flight. Schematic for hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. Oh, thank you. Pull blueprint computer. Hyperdrive blueprint for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. You know, we've had those other instances where it's like, we are the second iteration in this suit, as far as I can tell. So maybe my prior self was leaving things, but then this freighter's gone down and then someone visited and left the hyperdrive blueprint here for fighter crafts rather than a freighter. Strange, that. FTL propulsion requires chromatic metal and microprocessors. I don't think I have the microprocessors on hand, but I think I do have the chromatic metal in storage. I've not gathered much of that, but I did gather some. So that's successful. However, as I said, there is loot to be found in here, so there's usually, if I recall correctly, 3 storage containers. Let's just head over. Yep, there we go. Break the damaged door, hop into here. Security ended, so this is actually doing fine for my environmental protection and stuff. That's not a storage crate. Okay. Cargo pod. Living slime. And that's okay. And 20 nanites. Oh, and there we go, yeah. Basically when we unclog and start up the those crates, they get a bit unhappy and start flooding the local environment with radiation, so yeah. Worth noting, by the way, another bar appeared on my HUD because that is a separate environmental type. So it's an environmental thing. Individual shields for individual things. Cargo pod. Same stuff. Okay. Are you going to give me something more fun? Ooh, 75,000 credits. Nice. Now the last thing, of course, is we can scan to find these. There's a cargo pod just there as well. Oh, there's one over there too. And over there. Any more? There are many cargo pods here. Okay. Now the only one I knew about was this one, down here. I didn't know about the other ones. I'm glad I checked now. So yeah, if you'll just give me a moment. Multi-tool expansion slots. That'd be great if my multi-tool wasn't so bad I have to pay aliens to take them off me. Oh good, it is actually stashed so I can find that and use it later. Right, there's a cargo pod over. Oh no, that's a buried cache, that's not a cargo pod. Cargo pods? Cargo pods, cargo pods. There, got one there. And I think that is just... No, that is a different one. Okay, right. I've got some digging to do, it seems. Okay, nearest pod. What will you give me? Another multi-tool expansion slot. Again, good to have. I just need a good multi-tool to put them in. Okay, and the other one that I know about, it is... What are you going to have for me? A warp cell. Okay, very nice. As far as I'm aware, that is all of them. Whoops. I didn't clear the area fast enough, apparently. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Salvage container randomly over there. Well, we can't track that from inside my ship, so I'm going to leave that be for the moment. And we're going to see if we can get this this clunker, you know, hyperspace capable. I mean, we've already found a fuel rod for it. Thank you. Okay, right. We needed chromatic metal. That is... Yep, I've got enough of that. Let's go ahead and start installing. Oh! Never mind. Right, this... I didn't think to check. Hyperdrive successfully installed, return to ship. Right. My fighter doesn't have one, but this ship does already because it came pre-built. Whoops. I know what I'm doing. Don't know what you're talking about. Fesium, yeah, that's just there, stash there. That's okay. Silicon, sure. Yeah, sometimes this game is a bit about inventory management more than anything else. Pop that there. And we have spare multi-tools and we have a spare warp cell as well. And of course got spare landing starship fuel, which I will go ahead and stash here. Though hopefully we won't be needing that particularly much before long. I'm going to stash into the what's passing as my valuable storage at the moment, which is the other cargo pod just there. There we go. So see why it's so useful to have these? Because these are like big things, 50 slots a pop. So I've got 150 slots of storage in here. And yes, while I was out salvaging, I did find some more corvette parts. So yeah, I've gained these. So we can update the appearance of the clunker a little bit more. Sorry, just had to clear my throat there. Anyway, let's go ahead and sort this out. So, auto-diagnostic reports. Hyperdrive successfully installed. Yay! I did it! Though I didn't actually do anything. Hyperdrive fuel status empty. No, it's not. I'm just complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out there amid the stars. Without warp cells, I'm going anywhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. Tune it. Now, this is something I do need to do because I do need the recipes. And the recipes I can unlock later, but it's not cheap. So, scan for antimatter traces. Search. Interference from being on ground. Check from orbit. I'm guessing there were some ships nearby because, yeah. Anyway, we need to go to a different planet, it says. Star bulbs, copper, paraffinium, and sodium. Ooh, paraffinium, we actually do need that for some... I mentioned exo vehicles. From my mess around game, I recall that, especially the early ones, don't know about more advanced ones because I didn't check, but the very earliest ones do need paraffinium to actually be constructed. Maybe I'll just switch back to being internal view. Yeah, that has affected the audio levels a bit. Antimatter trace is... Okay, so we are here. Question is, where will it want us to go? Is there any obvious places? Not especially. That's okay. Just settle here for the moment. Oh, it's all the way down here. I think. Oh no, that's my teleporter. Right. Am I completely the wrong place? Also, what exactly is that? Over there, 605. Wow, I'm nowhere near. This world has flying plants, apparently. Nice. Okay, I do need to check around a bit more though. Armored clams. Is this an? This is an ocean. This is an ocean world. Ah, nice. I've never really done much with ocean worlds. Not even in my old saves. They were added after I stopped playing for so long. Excuse me for a second. I just want to build up some inventory of my database, tiny bit. So I'll be scanning and then I'll hop back in the ship and fly. I also think, by the way, I was quite lucky. My first 2 planets happened to be ones with wrecks for getting corvette parts. That was just luck of the draw, honestly. As I said, my mess around game, I actually wound up on a toxic world starting out. I kind of wish I had a ability to, you know, actually zoom on my scanner. I'll take a moment to think about what I was about to say I wish I had. Apparently it's now saying it's over this way somewhere. Okay. I thought that was a building there, but no, it's one of those flying plants nearby. There is, though, an actual structure just there, which I just spotted. I was looking down at the ground, so I wasn't paying attention to what was directly in front of me. That's okay, then. I'm going to assume that this might be what I'm looking for. Also, hello freighter, how are you doing? Oh, let me out please, thank you. Oh, whispering eggs. Also, massive crustacean type. Oh, seems aggressive actually, it's attacking something else. A massive crustacean type with a giant crystal on its back. Seems dangerous actually. But they also seem to be all over the place, I can see more over there. Anything else nearby? Because we were kind of in the water area. Right. That's okay. Okay, right. So, Whispering Egg. I happen to know what that means, even I'm not sure what benefit it brings. So, let's hop on out. A bit close to that, but I did find my thrusters just in time. And we happen to be right by the save point too. Save and chart. Track this place for me. Thank you. Right. 2 ounce caches, which are useless to me at the moment. So this is a facility which has been left and abandoned as my ship looms overhead. Let's hop on inside. Yep, this is the place. Very much so. So as you can see, something is... First aid, don't we? Actually, is that a dispenser? Corvac increased it to test subject. Oh, lovely. Very logical group there. Oh. Yeah. Who knows what that black goop is? Processors, get me some stuff. But yeah, as you can see, there's a kind of biological infestation. If I recall, when it first came in, it was not that well explored. I don't know if that's changed since then, but again, this is like information from back when I was first playing, so it was relatively new then. Forsaken terminal. Repair, removing residual goop. Residual goop. Yes. Okay, let's investigate this somehow still functional thing. Terminal online, selected key, decrypting. Success. Hello, red lights. How are you? Terminal's clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make note to avoid getting closer. Device opens via a single unblinking crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter accompanied with a strange message. You will find us when the time is right. 16, 16, 16, 16. And formula for antimatter requires chromatic metal and condensed carbon. Both of which I have access to, especially the chromatic metal since I didn't spend any to actually build the hyperdrive. So I can do that immediately. Okay. Hyperdrive refueled, launch into space to test install systems. Okay, so I think we already have the other blueprints involved, which are yeah, warp cell, antimatter housing plus antimatter. Antimatter housing we already had, which is oxygen plus ferrite dust, and then antimatter itself, chromatic metal plus condensed carbon. So that went okay. The question is still if you are hostile, but you are attacking something, so I'm guessing you are a carnivore. Male, behavior reckless, diet meat eater. Notes, calcified claws produces nourishing slime. Are you tough, as your size implies? You seem to be distracted. You are actually fairly tough. Juicy thorax. Meat products and some mordite. Okay. So yeah, those things, I think if that one wasn't distracted, it would have come for me, but I'll leave that one be. So, whispering eggs. It used to be this was a very valuable thing to just like go in and harvest, but in my meta game I'll not be able to actually handle whatever it is because it drops these things. However, when you disturb them, biological horrors pop out, which are very aggressive, generally, or they just wander around without aim. And they're kind of like, think Tyranids infestation kind of thing. They are an aberration that's not meant to be here. Oops, fine. They are a steady source of morbite. They will come and try and attack you a bit, but they also drop, as you can see, rancid flesh as well, which is process and nutrient processes to produce edible products. So it's edible, writhing slab of meat harvested from a corpse of the biological horror that once contained it. A writhing slab of meat. This rancid flesh is very much still alive. And then, as you can see, it's like when you poke the sentinels. The swarm subsides if you leave them alone for a little bit. Or, in this case, they've all just wandered off and lost track of me. So, yeah, they aren't all aggressive. They just seem to scatter for the most part, apart from a few that try to engage whatever set them off. I don't remember them being that passive. I feel like that's been toned down a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's stash my stuff. Sodium, I have... Now I've got 5 processors, but I'm not trying to build the hyperdrive at the moment. Those two I'd class in the valuable storage because it's food ingredient and a potential sellable. So yeah, food ingredients. There we go. Oh yeah, that is my valuable storage, by the way. I've found some weathered pumps and blackened cogs and things around the place. Some ammo, some more food types. That, as I said, nothing really special happened during the research one. Hyperdrive is refueled. Let's go ahead and do the thing. As I'm not particularly interested in staying around there. The Galaxy Map offers a wealth of information about nearby planetary systems. Browse nearby systems or available routes to choose your next destination. In space, Galaxy Map's quick menu, move along specific paths or browse and choose your own route. Warping requires warp fuel in your hyperdrive. Some systems require hyperdrive upgrades to access. So, the Galaxy Map. Let's prepare to start the next leg of our journey. Okay, so we have a suggested destination, but we can also... Well, right now we are kind of oriented around our current point. But if I right click I can switch into free mode so I can track. Remember we've got the base on our warp network and we've got the station in our recently visited, so we've got a way to come back to this system anytime basically, no matter how far we wander off. Just have to decide if we actually want to go to somewhere nearby or somewhere a bit further. The next leg of our journey plotted is this one. I think for now I do want to be in a system where the Corax is our primary people. Though of course we don't have any idea what these systems are like. We can check and see. Like they're saying they've got water. Does that mean there's something else? That was not saying water. That was saying water. I'm guessing that's like if there's enough liquid present to tell me there's a liquid-based planet. Maybe. Actually, real quick, wasn't there a planet I didn't know about before? I think there was. Yeah, there's still an unknown planet in this area. Let's quickly see if I can scan that just to at least get that knocked off the list. I'm gonna guess it's that one. I mean, this nearby planet is, of course, known. We've been here. That one is known. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's that one up there. Just have to burn up towards it a little bit. Yep, that is indeed the one. Pulse. Erupting planet. Ancient bones, copper, pyrite, and salt. Noted. Also in space, there are space battles. You can get pinged by hostile pirates. You can, if you're fast enough reacting to the ping, you can just like block the ping, I think. So I remember that how it's big. There are some asteroids that you can just chew up like this for minerals, like you do with the terrain manipulator. chew it up using your guns. Just so I'm getting some silver. Or there are other types which are more common, which you just act like debris, shoot them a little bit, but they burst. They give you things like tritium, which are the fuel for your pulse drives. So, in general, if you're in space, you can refuel because there's always some asteroids around the place. It's also, I think, the more ready source of silver and gold, which we do need some of, actually. Oh, this one's giving me some silver. If we can find a dense asteroid zone, like, I think the debris ring is actually a really good place to be. As I trigger the wrong thing. We can't lock onto it specifically, but I think if we get into the ring itself, we might be in for a better time in terms of resources. Yes, yes we are. Hello. We have many, many things out here. Okay. Tritium. So yeah, this is basically how you do asteroid mining. Or at least how I know to do asteroid mining. You can find asteroid fields around other things as well, but as you see, we get scripts and scraps of like gold and whatever. Anyway, just that. Want to do that quick aside, just to show you how to do that. Though you can also get like higher value pirates cropping up out sometimes as well. That is worth noting. They tend to be a bit tougher, but you do get credit rewards for dealing with them. Anyway, let's move on. I said I want to go to a place with the same race in charge. Let's go to Affit XIX. And off we go into the hyperdrive tunnel. It does take longer. Though there are upgrades to speed this up though if you're doing a lot of jumps in short order, I believe. This is again something I'm not entirely certain of, but oh, my ship just tried to kick me out of the airlock apparently. Right. First contact. Technology promising, conflict level at war. What does that mean? Starship motor error, guidance system malfunction. Okay, searching for other routes. Searching. Obtained. Destination in 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. Accept new guidance. Sure. Plotting routes. So I think what just happened there is the route I've been given. Yeah, it recalculated the recommended route, as you can see. Which was from the previous system, now it's realigned it slightly from my current system. So that's what that did, I think. Anyway, follow the guidance. We want to go to the fuel source? Okay, sure, let's go there. What are we heading towards though? Frost crystals, copper, dioxide, and sodium. Okay, so we've got an ice world coming up. Good thing we've got that ice protective barrier to help us out. Though this is a big one. Look at those clouds though. As I said, I like games that really present themselves very well, and No Man's Sky is one of them. I think I also do want to even out my ship a little bit. Honestly, it kind of is. Having the edges on one side of that does irritate me slightly, I think. Oh well. Fuel source, follow the automated guidance. Are you going to give me something specific to land on? I'm not sure, actually. Well, need to do some local scanning anyway, so let's just hop out and see. Destination reached. Land to begin search. Of course, I can actually cheese that slightly. As you saw me doing earlier, I could just drop the rear access hatch, and since I'm on foot, I can try to use my scan visor from out here to figure it out. Over there by 45 degrees, it says. Okay. Let me just scan some stuff and then we'll get moving. Ooh, that's something apparently. Frostwort. And wrecked machinery. A quick ground excursion is in order, I think. Alas, the Frostwort requires hazmat gauntlets to actually harvest. Oh well, it's also the first material I'll come across with that requirement. Hazmat gauntlets I saw as an upgrade I can get for my suit gloves, but tubers, okay. It's an upgrade I can get for my suit, though I've not. First time I've seen something that actually requires it. I don't know. More to the point though, I seem to have lost track of where I'm going already. That's remarkably quick even for me. Subterranean relic. Probably do some of them. Buried mineral formation. What? Oh, I should probably deal with that. Buried mineral formation is right below me. Glowing mineral. Surface is dirty and dull. Polished rock reveals a deep inner glow. Okay, okay. Drop a single battery. Yeah, I've since remembered I can just scroll my mouse wheel to tell it how much to use, so I can avoid wasting things overcharging. Reveals deep inner glow, a glitter beneath the subtly iridescent surface. So it's kind of geode, apparently. I think I'll go for that as well. Okay, I didn't just... No, it didn't just torch one. Okay, so... Vortex cubes. Again, I'm collecting these things because they are potentially useful. But while I'm down here, I should actually just scan these plants too. Because, you know... There's always things to find in this game. Or things to analyze, I should probably say. You know, I think I really was just unlucky on my first world. Snow worlds can have trees and things, it's just I happened to be on one which was sparse. So that didn't help at all. You know, that's not where I'm going. I was going this way. Yeah. I'm not planning to wander too much, let's be honest. Just getting the nearby stuff which caught my attention down in this valley, and then that's it. I've got all that? I think I have, yes. So yeah, there was just no plants where I was before. Oh, you're no. What are you? J. Soyung. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation, but okay. Ah, some of these rocks have chromatic metal as their sort extra material. You know what? I will actually try to harvest some of these up. Because getting my hands on some more chromatic metal is flat out good for me, you know? Anyway, there was a tech model around here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Okay. Little wander round completed. I am back on board. I picked up 65 chromatic metal. Nice. Transfer. Some geode stones, ferrite dust, 6 data, more goop, sodium, and a smattering of other bits and pieces. So, that was definitely worth it. I also feel very much that if I'd remembered... actually, no, it probably wouldn't have saved me. Well, it might have, honestly. If I'd remembered ion batteries and life support gel, I might not have had those 2 early deaths on the other worlds. You know? At least that might have happened, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's just slot the things in here. You are material, got food. You are... I've also got a full stack of those now. Then that just goes in my ship, which we now have 44 of those. Oh, we've also got these from our asteroid mining, which I'll just go ahead and pull out and slot into storage. And we'll follow on with our little adventure to try and find the things. Hypercluster, a shard of pure crystallized tritium. I'll stash you there because I've already got a couple that I've come across. Okay. It was over this way, I think. And yes, I've left my rear hatch open. It's fine, it could be worse. Though I might need to actually drop down to the ground and try and figure this signal out. Just have to find out where to go. Now it's saying in that direction. I came from over there. I think I should just drop down and check, honestly. Off we go.
Ground protection falling.
Is that what I'm looking for? It is. Signal source located. And it wasn't obvious from aerial view either. Okay, nice. This has got several knowledge stones, so it can help to pad language a little bit. There should be a third one if I call down. Yep, that's the third one back here. There we go. But I forget what this site actually is. It is a monolith. Well, it does look suitably monolithic, I'll give you that. Heart of the Anomaly. Korvax monolith. The structure is unlike anything I've encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech. Is it traveller? Is it friend? I is friend. It feels strange, responding to questions I am unsure that I am being asked. But something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I am overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken. Someone is watching me. It forms another question. Is it first? Is it last? Ooh, that one is actually a bit of a tougher one. I am not the first. That much I'm pretty sure of. Am I the last? I will be the last as far as I know, because if I am replaced by another, then I will not know that. So I guess I am last. I don't know how I'm being spoken to. The monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling it has asked these questions many times over. Meaning whoever was in my suit before me probably has come here before. I mean, we saw that entity, that Corax, I accidentally reset before, and they were asking me not to. They weren't happy to go, so it asked again. Have they seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen them? I have seen the Crimson Eye. The Eye, I think, has seen me, so both, I think. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert. Alert. Boundaries fall, the walls collapse, your universe awaits. Find us, traveller. And it gave me a free warp cell. Okay, nice. And not sure what else. Mysterious messenger, make your way into space. I did actually consider uninstalling the that expansion slot I put into my life support, because like, you know what, if I'm just going to refill it every single time, then, you know, that's fine. But then I realised it's actually beneficial to have a slight increase in my oxygen tank, considering that we know a life support gel is a 100% recharge for the base oxygen tank size. So having the capacity be slightly larger means that whenever it tells me to auto recharge with 2, I know to actually go ahead and just install with 1, like it's telling me 2 there. So I can be a bit more frugal with my supplies without wasting anything, honestly. And like, again, same here, I just jam 1 into here and it recovers my natural shield, which can recharge by itself if it's sheltered. So, you know, I'm being more efficient with my resources than I was. So we've got ourselves a warp cell, which I will... let's stash that in the ship. There we go. Okay. We do need to go to space anyway, because we do need to pay a visit to the station in this sector as well. We have a suit upgrade kiosk with our name on it. Explore nearby planets or search in a new system. Access the map. I don't want to do that. I want to actually pay a real quick trip to the local space station. Oh, when about to go super luminal, it closes my cargo hatch. Nice. That is quite helpful, actually. Though, actually the distances in this one are a bit higher. Let's drop out and actually scan nearby planets. So, solanium, copper, phosphorus, and magnetized ferrite. Okay. Well, that one is out of pulse range, I think. Yeah, it is a little bit. This system is actually much more spread out than the previous one was. Also, I can't change direction while pulse drive is active. Slight drawback. Okay, that's interesting. It wasn't letting me scan it reliably until I think I was just a bit further out. Copper, gold, and salts. Okay, so a place I can actually dig for gold. Nice. And you have stopped me from actually being able to scan that one. I think it's just the pulse has a bigger range if I'm in drive. Salvageable scrap, starballs, copper, paraffinium, and cobalt. That one is tempting, actually, to go to. I wanted this menu here. I've only mapped one, but I have got... Oh, there's an unknown one still. Unknown, unvisited. Scanned, scanned, scanned. There's an unknown moon of the world I just left, and another unknown planet. Still, though, the presence of... Selenium. I'm looking for the one that had... Oh. Yeah, for some reason it's not popping up on my HUD super easily. Though, the sight of a place which actually has paraffinium and Rex implies that might be where I want to actually put... here we go. Might be where I want to actually put a more stable base, I think. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway. Is it because I'm in third person? I don't think it is. Yeah, I mean that one's unmapped. Anyway, right. I want to visit the station. I got distracted there trying to explore a little bit. Oh, and as we can see, there are the worlds I have missed. Fun fact, by the way, back when this game was originally being put together, and one of the things it was slammed for lacking in terms of expected features on launch was planets actually orbiting, you know? Like orbital mechanics actually being a thing. The thing is, they actually had that in early builds of the game, but they found that it was actually causing confusion for the players trying to, you know, move around a familiar system and stuff like that. It's like, where's the planet? Where's it gone? So it was actually causing some navigation issues cropped up, and they removed it for playability reasons. So yeah, random thing there. Okay, this place has got a red backdrop going on. Duly noted. I do have some bits to sell here as well in the form of... Whoops. Yeah, that does happen sometimes, I've noticed. I think because of cramped interiors. I want to sell these. I want to have that on... Actually, no, I don't need to... Well, I do need to pull out of here to have ready access. I'll bring that along too. Do I want to sell... I want to sell... Yeah, I'll flog some... I'll flog some materials out, sure. Maybe I'll keep a unique of each, and then anything I've got multiple stacks of, I'll sell. I'll sell them. I'll sell them. Gold and nuggets. Hang on to that one. And that one. And that one, I don't have much. But yeah. Overall teal, but the lights back there are red rather than anything else. That said though, once you've seen one interior of these stations, you've seen them all, basically. It's got the same kind of stuff going on. So, goods. And yeah, I'll just run around gathering things and talking to the people. That's all I'm going to do, really. Though worth noting, demand and supply are different, of course, depending on which system I'm in. Weather reservoir. With a pitying look, they gaze over my equipment and then offer me an upgrade module. And they gave me a Class B underwater. Ooh. I should use this technology word more often. I do need suit upgrades and things. I'm not super interested in trading in that stuff though. So yeah. So yeah. Sometimes the entities just look on what I have in pity, and honestly, yeah, I don't have much just yet. Oh, that's unpleasant. The first person I've met who resolutely refuses. I offered him a gift, he refused. I asked for help, he refused. Well, dialect help, I should probably clarify. So, do I have a bad rep with them or something? I don't think I have any races that are bad. I'm bad with, honestly. I'm just not sure where to find that in my log either. I have met 20 aliens. Oh yes. Explore nearby planet. So new system. I think I wanted to go and establish a base on the other one. But I have spoken to the aliens here now, and I'm pleased to say I've got some Class C modules. Yay! I've got Viking Dabber, which I can't give away, sadly. There's only one Viking here. I've got the B module, water protection, which, well, we don't know if we need that or not yet. There's not. This system isn't listed for water, don't know, but I got given also a Class C positron module and some extra nanites. Let's go ahead and install this in... Oh, I'm too far away apparently. Yeah, I do kind of want to continue along the main storyline a little bit more, though, as I knew would be the case in this game ever since I first ever thought of recording it, it does take more time than I always hope in terms of That is a pod... No, that's a photon cannon. I don't think I have a positron system installed, actually. Hopefully the hyperdrive module, though, is something that helps me. Oh, it's the hyperdrive module. I wanted a pulse drive. I know what I'm doing. There we go, though. That module gives me an extra 55 light years of range. Okay, cool. I'll revisit real quick, see if I can get a pulse drive upgrade, but I don't think I saw one. And then we'll actually go ahead and set out to go and do other things. Multi-tools. Actually, I wouldn't mind a mining tool upgrade. There is a decent looking multi-tool here. It's out of my price range right now, though. But 3 upgrade slots, all things. It is a... I'm assuming that's a very high class thing there. It comes with a pre-installed blind visualizer, damage by water exposure, but 200% bonus to mineral, fauna, 233% to flora, and a slight increase in scan radius. So one of the benefits, like expansion. Also, it looks nice. It's a nice chunky rifle, but it's like 4 million or so credits. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on here. Please say you got a pulse drive upgrade. I bought your hyperdrive upgrade by mistake, but no refunds. I could sell it, but not for that much. S-class reactors, thruster. There is a Class B pulse engine upgrade. Thank you. Also, because of my reputation, I'm getting some discounts, as you can see here. Though these reactors are for putting together my own custom fighter craft. I don't want anything else here. Yeah, I'll see if there's a mining beam upgrade as well. Fingers crossed there is. Let's see, boltcaster, scanner. There is a grade. Ooh, that's a grade A, which I can't afford. I could sell. I don't need the underwater one really. I'll sell the positron one. 320. I'll sell the underwater one. I can always find more of those later if I need it. Because I'm tempted by the A type one. Okay, got that. And I can then install a Class C in addition. Oh, they've got Class B as well. Boo. I'll buy that one, and then we're out of nanites. But we've got a Class A. Though exactly what the bonuses will be, we don't know just yet, of course, because remember this stuff is kind of random. But we've got the pulse drive upgrade, though, which might be helpful. Maneuverability plus 2%. That is horrible. Class A mining module upgrade. Okay, so that is Class A. 19% mining speeds. 21% heat dispersion. Mining speed 14, mine 19. Overheat, heat dispersion, I think means it cools more rapidly than overheat, while this one's fuel efficiency. This one offers better speed boosts. So let's do that one. And then let's install the last upgrade, the Class C one, which is going to be 6% mining speed. So all of my modules give me some mining speed boost, especially this one, which is now 35, 31% overheat, 51% heat dispersals. This can cool off real quick. In fact, I might actually want to have the Class B one back there again. So just give it the Class B so that I've got that fuel efficiency boost. Then I've got those two just adding their speed boosts. But yeah, my mining beam is actually looking quite nice right now. Not as powerful as it could be, of course, but gotta remember, we're still very early days in all this. I was hoping so much, though, for a pulse drive speed upgrade, but it was not to be. It was not to be. Oh, pulse engine unavailable, insufficient fuel. Whoopsie daisy. Recharge with tritium and pyrites. I keep pressing E just to try and hop out of the seat. Well, tritium we have. And this, as I said, tritium you can actually find scattered around the place anyway. So, tritium, give me that please. Quick and easy fix. Just have to jam it in the engine.
Technology recharge.
Oh, that was not enough. That was only enough for 68%. Shows how big this system is, though. The fact that I've actually burned out my fuel. And this ship, I've only been using this session, like this recording session. I've not used this ship before, and it already ran through a whole fuel tank. Hence why I was hoping to get a decent upgrade for the pulse drive. But this world, I hope to actually settle a place on, just because salvage scrap and paraffinium, you know, potentially useful. Okay, we've got ourselves another little minor settlement here, which I think I'll follow the same protocol as last time. I'll just establish a small base nearby, just so I've got ready access to this place and its local trading hub. Ooh, you're nice and chunky. Electric reflex balancer. Not as high tier as the one we saw in the station, but slightly better scan range. 2.3 million. I still have to pay them to take this one off me, even though it's got a decent mining beam on it now. Eh dear. But that's okay. I'm still a bit lost on what my objective actually is at the moment, to be entirely honest with you. Because I'm trying to do something in a shorter time frame, I think, is confusing me a little. Complicated creature. Research data. Sorry, shows me complicated research data to see if I can comprehend it. I must look blank because lifeform instead projects 3 holographic images into my visor. Unknown lifeform, BDD, unknown lifeform, BDD, Gargus. Seeking my opinion on the intellect of my own species. I am shown a vacant-looking slug, a more advanced beaker trader, and a member of their own electronic race. I am not as smart as you, I'll tell you that for a fact. Beats trader, or the slug. Beak trader. Fully expecting the answer, they smile, hand me an upgrade module. Perhaps they intend to move me along their scale. Ah. Ooh, a geology cannon. What the heck's that? I do not know what that is. Still, though, it's got value 300 nanites, so it's thank you. Don't know what geology cannon is, though. As for you, what do you have for me? Purchase components. You have... Well, you have wire looms and things, so that's also nice. But blueprints-wise... You know, I think I will actually go ahead and pick that up now, the advanced mining beam. Thank you. Air membrane for aid in underwater respiration. Barrel ionizer. Upgrade bolt caster. Shield lattice. Waveform. Recycler. Scan radius increase and reduce charge time. Or a neural stimulator. Jetpacks to 25. Splint plus 10%. Splint recovery plus 40%. Ooh. Recharge plus 11%. I am sorely tempted by this one as well. Sure, I'll take that. Okay. So spent up the nanites I had, but we potentially got some useful bits of kits. Also, this world, I've realised, despite it being, it's not covered in ice. It's actually got just blue ground, blue vegetation locally. So that's okay. That is all okay. So I've unlocked technologies. I want to relocate that one there. I'll install that. Carbon, and I need 100 chromatic metal. Okay. So the blueprints are a guaranteed upgrade, but they aren't necessarily the best. They are just generally useful to have until later. That said, though, one that is flat out good to have and is also going to clog my multi-tool up to the maximum is going to be the advanced mining beam. which subconductors, 2 wiring looms I need to go back inside, as well as some hermetic seals and carbon nanotubes. That's okay. That's also the reason why having a base near one of these is good, because like you can just pop in and buy a few components if you need to. Purchase your components. Actually, for 1,000 I can get a hermetic seal too. I'll take one of them. No, cute.
Product received.
I need 2 of these. Oh, you only had 1. Solar mirror. Well, the fact they have some solar mirrors in stock is also good. Hydraulic wiring. Not what I'm looking for quite. Do you have some? You have some local trade goods, unstable plasma, metal plates. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, I need to make a trip back up to the space station, it seems like, to get the other wiring kits to actually install this thing. Carbon nanotubes, though, I can just make by myself. I have got the carbon on hand, that is okay. And I'll just recharge that slightly. Okay. As for this one, chromatic metal, that I can do. Though I also need chromatic metal because I want to get up a small outpost there. Just so that I can quickly go back to this place and this place's map, because I'm interested in the A-class tool that it's got in the... Actually, A-class, that's not quite top grade, but it is useful. Chromatic metal. I think we're going to need the ferrite of all types. I'm going to need these... I'll put the rest of it back in there. Sodium would be nice. Get some carbon out. Get the silica out. Oxygen. Yeah, this is going to be... This will be enough to put together a base of sorts, I think. Assuming, of course, I remember actually what I'm doing. So, do that. That's now active, giving me those buffs. I can boost it further, actually, if it's all there. Jetpack 31, recharge 38, sprint plus 12, sprint recovery plus 75%. Very tasty. And then put the jetpack on next to that as well, just so it's all unified, and we're getting as much bonus as we can do. Oh, apparently this got damaged at some point. There you go, get you back online. And I think a convenient base spot will just be over here, actually. Chromatic metal, yes. Carbon nanotube, that's okay. That's okay, yeah. Yeah, base site here. Nice and convenient. And there we go. Advanced mining beam is installed. We've got ourselves the ability to harvest any crystals we come across on the planet's surface now. I'm still a bit of a loss as to what my current objective is. Unless it's literally continue my search. Walls galaxy overweights, find us traveling in space, galaxy map to search for clues. Unless I just need to go to a new system, which might be the case, because this is one more bit of progression I want to get done this episode. Though I'm almost out of time for recording it because of going back and forth. I would show you the base out of the planet, but it's basically identical to the previous base. It's a wooden box with a teleporter, a power storage, and a generator inside. So right now there's not much really to note about it. That said, though, we are kind of good to go. So I will take a guess and assume it's wanting me to jump to a third system. So let's go ahead and do so. I think we have found ourselves some interesting places to check so far. The Korax are well on the way to understanding, so I do kind of want to go to one of their systems if I can. Let's go to this one. Ah yes, the asymmetrical Frankenship. I really need to tighten the ship's design up a bit. I plan to. It's just getting there, really. Oh, we've got an incoming signal. Okay. Incoming transmission. Source unknown. It did need me to jump to a new place. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. Identify myself? Sure. Hello. I am me. You left me. Why did you... Tell them I don't understand. Don't understand? I'm sorry. I don't understand. Of course you say that. Of course you... Just like the others. Ask who I'm speaking to. There is no reply. Keep the full silent. The channel remains open. Coordinates received. Travel the strangest coordinates. Coordinate data partially corrupted. Okay, so that means I need to be doing that. I feel like it might be a bit louder just because I'm in external mode, so I should probably... But seeing the ship is part of it, though. I am just going to land here real quick, though. I'm trying to think about pacing in terms of episode time and stuff. I think I will actually... I've not managed to do what I wanted to do, though. That's the problem. Though I am literally just coming in here to get the suit upgrade kiosk. Actually, you know what? I think I should do what is sensible and what real life dictates, and actually just go ahead and... I think that's pointing me to the teleporter right now. I think I should actually just go ahead and end the episode here. We are past the hour mark, though this has been another session recording before I've had any feedback, though, most likely. Anything good? Both of them are very compact this time around. C-class. And this one is also C-class. Okay, both a little stub pistol kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to call it there, though, as I said. Then between episodes I will just like talk to everyone here and get language help and all that stuff, as I think I've been doing off camera for the most part, just because that is going to be happening a fair bit, especially while I'm still finding my feet and getting started. So yeah, we'll wrap it up there. This has been iMac3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps the channel, give me those virtual headbats I oh so crave. Will you actually talk to me? Concentrate on something, sweaty, don't you? Okay, so actually I do need, yeah, remember I visited him. Will actually talk. I just happened to run into one that will refuse to talk. Give me that virtual headbats I also crave, and I'll catch you all some other time. Yes, as I finally finish my outro, so I'm trying to look around and see if there's anything else. Oh, I see something. Yeah. I'll catch you all later. I'm kicking myself because I'm struggling to get back into releasing videos, because it's like, I'm going to suddenly start releasing videos again. What am I going to say? What do I show to people? Will they be okay with my being gone for a bit? And that's just delaying me further, so I really should just post videos and see what comes. I really should. I sometimes struggle with that. But yeah. See you all later. Okay, one last little bit for you here, which right after I stopped recording, I spotted this guy wandering around, who is an unknown species. I went to talk to him, and I approached the lost traveller. Yeah. Wow. I approached the lost traveller. Their skin is translucent, as if they were not truly there. And also notice the name is also kind of mucked up a bit. Witness. So the name is also not quite right. The life form dons a mask of undulating nanite clusters, and for a moment, their face appears to become my own. I see myself looking at myself, looking at myself. I am going to die. I am sure of it. Push life away, embrace the life form. Die. Leave? Embrace the life form? I don't know what this means though. I embrace life form, but it is myself I embrace. The mask withers, peel away face my flesh. I am myself again, but the life form is saddened. They offer me pity. What? What coincidence? I travel to the center of the galaxy, my friend. Perhaps we can assist each other. Offer nanites. Offer nanites. Ask where they came from. 100 nanites. Or barter for 200 sodium nitrate. Offer 15 nanites. So. Accept my offer and gives me a package in return. 15 nanites for 15,000 credits. Honestly, anything else to say? I'm not. What a coincidence. I don't know what to make of this. Something going to separate an echo. Something too fast. Something too faint to make out. I do not know what to make of this guy, honestly. But seemed. But why did it look to me with pity? That I'm not so sure about. But yeah, that was unexpected, so that's why I just resumed recording again briefly. I also wonder if any major upgrades to the ship should be recorded or just off camera. The corvette, I mean. Probably off camera, because I'm still new to the building tool.